How's it going, everyone? My name is Devin Appleton. I'm an enterprise account executive here at Tractian, and I'm here to go ahead and walk you through TracOS, our CMMS system that's built specifically for your maintenance management daily needs. So let's go ahead and dive right in together. One thing I wanted to start with here is really how it all begins. You'll have a couple different approaches that your team can take. If your team already has an asset tree that you want to have routed into the system, we can go ahead and do that, no problem. If you do want to start from scratch, we can also build this and make this entirely customizable to your team. So as you might see here, we have a demo environment. I'm going to expand the entire section just really quickly so you can kind of see top to bottom how many layers you can have between locations, between product lines, subcomponents, and of course inventory. So I'm going to pop right over right now. And as you can see, things can get as granular as needed. We're talking about over 100,000 assets to be monitored inside this system here. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pivot over to the request tab at the top. The request tab is where your service requests, your maintenance work order requests are going to be managed and handled, approved, and then of course be sent to your to your maintenance tech team. All right, so here we are, of course, at the request tab. We're going to go into a work order request, and we're going to go ahead and go through that process of approving this for being put into a work order now. So at the top, of course, you can see we can review this work order request, hit the approve or decline button. Of course, if you declined, you can go ahead and write the reason why, which will be sent back to the creator of the work order request, or you can go ahead and approve, as I'm going to do here, and we can kind of follow a set of steps to go ahead and move this forward in the process. So what you're looking at here is I'm going to go ahead and add a team to this. So I'm going to add the mechanical team to be assigned. I'm going to make this priority level across all 4 or 5 we have here to be category high for the priority. Let's go ahead and make this planned start date for 8 a.m. Next Monday, October 21st. And then we'll set a due date for this for the Friday at, let's call it 4 p.m. Now, just scrolling down a little bit further here, what you'll see is under operational status, we'll go ahead and add a couple important pieces of information around this actual work order, right? So in this case, we're going to say it's a line shutdown. And any sort of work permit needed in this case, we're going to go ahead and make it hot work. And then I'm going to move forward a little bit here to the type of activity. You'll also hear this word activity be referenced in certain ERP systems like SAP as an operation. So think of that word as interchangeable with operation. And so we're going to say bearing replacement here at the top. I'm going to select my team. I'm going to stick with that mechanical team. Let's just call it 2 hours for the actual estimated time it's going to take to do this. And we're going to go ahead and say 2 technicians. Scrolling a bit further down, let's pretend that you have a procedure that you want to add to this as well. Very easy. I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus button here, and I'm going to add a procedure. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one here. Startup procedure for motor pumps. So if you can see to the right, I'm going to go ahead and hit add procedure to this work order. And then, of course, as you might understand, you can actually select specific locations and or sub assets to this operation that you'd like to add it to. So I'm going to stay where we're at here. And last but certainly not least, let's go into items. Let's go ahead and pull up a few key important items that we can go ahead and add to this. So as you might assume, let's go ahead and add a few bearings into a bearing replacement needed. So let's just say, for instance, we'll need, let's say 4 units here. And of course, as you might understand, we'll have a dedicated cost associated to that as well. Super easy. And then from there, you go ahead and generate the work order. It's that easy. Generated. So of course here, depending on the level of user access that certain personnel has, you can make edits to this. You can make additional movements with regards to who's going to be assigned to this, which does move me to my next focus is taking this work order and now assigning technicians to this in a certain given time frame. Awesome. So as you can see here at the top, we are in the work order section. Down below, you will see a few different options in looking within your work orders. I'm going to be sticking with the table view here, but of course we can tab along as you like. As you can see, there's a Kanban view. There's, of course, calendar view. But what I want to do is I'm going to focus on the table view for now. And as you might understand, what I want to do even further is, as a scheduling maintenance scheduler or planner, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the electrical team. So all work orders are related to the electrical team right now. To do this in one fell swoop, I'm going to click on the Activities tab, and then click on the checkbox next to work order here. And then below, I'll go ahead and hit the word schedule. So under these work orders, as you see here, there's a ton of different work orders that we can go ahead and focus on. There's ones that are medium priority, high priority. There's ones related to monthly inspections, electrical inspections, right? Specific assets like your water pumps. But let's go ahead and dive right into one that I know is going to have quite a bit of activities that we're going to want to make sure we break down and understand for our team. So here in this particular monthly electrical inspection at priority high, what I'm doing here is I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the actual box check here. And what that'll do is that'll pull up a specific date, time that I want to go ahead and add to this. So in this case, I'm going to go Friday the 18th at 2 p.m. And then also down below, I'm going to go ahead and pull up one of the actual maintenance techs as well to this. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply that. So very easy, navigatable way to look at your entire work order, specifically see the breakdown into every single activity and or operation within that work order. And now we can go ahead and move forward to just double check and make sure that Liam is indeed available for this time. So once I've hit the apply here, as you can see at the top, there's the assign button to the right. Now, if I pop right over to October 18th, this Friday, looks like Liam is wide available and he's already assigned. All good stuff there. And then we'll go ahead and back up to the schedule here. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and hit save. As you see, we're back here in the work orders tab under table. If I pop right over to calendar view and click on the actual electric team, and I go ahead and scroll down to that last scheduled item, it'll be right there for you. Super easy to get around and navigate, moving people around, making edits where you need to, depending on the last minute changes that happen, because these things occur. And gone are the days of leveraging any spreadsheets or systems that are just not super friendly, user friendly.